Hey there, friends on YouTube. Today we are going to discuss the eufy X10 Pro Omni robot vacuum cleaner, arguably the best robot vacuum cleaner in its price range under $1,000. Why, Jason? You might ask, why is that the case? Well, for one thing, 8,000 pascals of suction power. Not Pedro Pascals, but just, the unit of measure, Pascal. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to take it out of the box. We're going to look at it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to put it through its paces, and then we'll wrap it on up. Eufy did sponsor the video. However, they're not telling me what to say. I get to say whatever I want to say, and that's just how it is. This is how it works on the Painfully Honest Tech channel. So let's get into it. We're going to walk through it, talk about it today, but some of the things we need to talk about. A, that Pascal suction power, 8,000 pascals. Mop Master 2.0, which this is a vacuum and a mop at the same time, which is pretty incredible. It has AIC, AISEE, which is the way that it sort of navigates around and avoids obstacles. It's actually pretty cool. Got some footage of that, and it just goes, and then it looks at the thing, and then it just sort of says, there's the thing, and then it just whoosh, like that. Omni Station, where it goes and parks itself to wash the mops, as well as to dump the soil that is picked up from your home. And then the Pro Detangle Comb, which is just what it sounds like. It detangles your roller as it goes, so that you don't have to worry about pet hair, all that kind of stuff. The stuff that you get in your roller, in your vacuum, that you then have to take the roller out and get a pair of scissors and cut it off, and you get all dirty and it's nasty. No, this is a proactive system that will detangle your roller. First, let's talk about AIC. Now, eufy is well known at this point for protecting users' privacy. There's an RGB camera in there that helps it see where it's going, but it doesn't upload data, and it has actually obtained a privacy and security certification from TÜV Rheinland in the old Germany. So this is obstacle avoidance. You can never have all the stuff up off the floor. If you have kids, you got toys all over the floor. If you got dogs, you got dogs on the floor as well as their toys. It avoids cables. It does just about everything in a way that is much better than I've seen on other vacuums. And this stuff comes from the self-driving car industry. So it really is a higher level of obstacle avoidance than what we've seen before. It actually has LED lights that will fill the space, so in dark spaces it can see better. It uses an RGB camera, recognizes up to 100 plus obstacles like shoes, wires, trash cans, body fat scales that you have on the floor, or any of the other things that you might have on the floor that you don't want to get up, pick up and move around all the time whenever you're running your vacuum, because that would defeat the purpose of having a robot vacuum. Then you would have to just chase the robot around it, and that's no fun. So you get a personalized clean based on your home and lifestyle. It actually recognizes the different rooms in your house. So when you run this thing for the first time, it does a quick map of your entire house, and then it recognizes the different rooms inside your house, so it can tailor the clean to exactly what's in there. So like the way that we've been using it is we have it doing our sort of mudroom entryway at the back of our house, and our family room, and the family room has both hardwood as well as carpeting, and it really does change the way it's doing things based on what space it's in. Now let's talk about that 8,000 Pascal suction. Now I had the eufy X9, and this is better suction than the eufy X9 had. This is the eufy's best suction ever. So it has a one-time cleaning rate of 98.5% per data from eufy's laboratory. It can filter out airborne particles, including dust, pollen, mold, bacteria. The dust collection box is equipped with a high-efficiency air filter with filtration up to greater than 95% of all the particles out there. This vacuum is really designed for homes with pets, And I have a home with pets. My pets do a lot of make a lot of mess. So it does really get a nice deep clean on your carpet. It does do a great job of mopping the floors. It refilters dust and bacteria and pollen without emitting them into the environment when you're using the vacuum. I've used a ton of robot vacuums over the years, and they have all been, varying levels of good, but this is definitely the best, like no muss, no fuss, literally kind of robot vacuum I've used in terms of just picking up the stuff that is there to be picked up, and you don't kind of have to chase it around and make sure that it got this, that, or the other thing. So it's really great. As I said, this vacuum doesn't just vacuum, it's also a mop. And so you've got Mop Master 2.0 technology. The mop can apply downward pressure of 10 newtons at 180 RPM, which is basically the gravitational force of a 1 kilogram object. It really does sort of get down there, and you can see that it's making really tight contact with the floors as you're watching it go. So if you have hardwood or tile or something like that on a floor and then it goes to carpet, in the past you would have had to have said like, oh geez, I better grab it and move it or whatever. This thing actually recognizes when it gets on carpet, and it lifts the mop heads 12 millimeters so that you don't have to worry about whether or not it's getting your carpet wet or anything like that. And then when it comes back to a hard surface, the mops go back down and they start moving. You've got pentagon-shaped mop heads, and those pentagons are not sort of put on the center. They kind of come out, so you get a greater cleaning field than you might normally with other kinds of mops. The water reservoir that it has is 80 milliliters, which gives the mop plenty of water to use for over 2 or 3 uses. And it does go back and forth to the base station to clean the mops and then refill with water. And it does this so that it gradually dries after 12 minutes of use, but 2.0 can continuously for 20 minutes keep the mop moist to really clean all of the areas. It's not going to dry out as you go through the cleaning process. And like I said, I have it running in my mud room, which often gets leaves and dirt and mud and all that kind of stuff in there, and it's quite frankly pretty annoying. You could sweep it every day and still not get everything, but with the X10 I've noticed that it's been getting just about all the stuff that can get deposited out there. Our dog food is out there as well, so it's keeping it much cleaner than we humans have done so far at all. Now we should talk about the Omni Station. It has a 3-liter water tank that will mop the floor 2 or 3 times per week without being refilled. That's for a 1,500 to 2,000 square foot home. The mop pads are actually dried on the unit itself, so it's got 113 degrees of heated air that goes into the mops to dry it out. There's also a 2.5 liter dust bag inside of the Omni Station, where instead of having a little cup on the X10 actually unloads everything that it picks up into this dust bag, which is then replaceable and or reusable. So that's really cool. And finally, talking about the active detangling roller brush. The brush comes with a small built-in comb that just detangles the hair as it's picked up, so it doesn't allow it to wrap around the roller itself, and so you keep a clean brush roll that's not going to finally ultimately get mucked up inside there, and you have to take it out and clean it yourself. And this is something that I haven't seen on a robot vacuum that I've tried before. So it's a very cool system, and so far we have 2 dogs, and I haven't seen a ton of hair picking up on the roller, and it seems to be working. A great feature if you have pets. So that's the eufy X10 Pro Omni. It is literally a tank of a robot vacuum cleaner that can take just about anything that you throw at it. These things get better and better every year, and this is by far, in terms of features and power, the best that I've had so far in my home. There is, of course, as always, a link down in the description below that will allow you to go through and get $100 off for a limited time using the code that's down in the description. So go ahead and click that link. It's a limited time offer, so do check it out as soon as you can. If you have any questions, let me know down in the description below, and I will do everything that I can to get you the answers that you need. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button. Come back and see me sometime. I'm always talking about the tech that you want to know about. Once again, my name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. Until the next time, I'm out.